Man of Steel. I like it. Batman v Superman. I like the ultimate cut. Suicide Squad. I haven't seen it yet because I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm a big DC fan, but I'd be lying if I said I was totally happy with the execution of the so-called DCEU. 3 movies in a row from the DCEU have been divisive among fans, panned by critics, and underperformed at the box office. Clearly not all is right, so here's my 2 cents as to what's going wrong at the WB/DC. Too many cooks. A criticism you could level at Marvel is that their movies can be a bit samey. There's certainly a formula at work here, a winning formula, but still a formula. Many put this on Kevin Feige, who oversees pretty much everything in the MCU, so it's no surprise that unique and incredibly stylistic filmmakers like Edgar Wright might not get on with this particular producer's ideas. DC tried to be different by being more director-focused, which in theory sounds cool, but it helps to have a singular vision for the franchise. Many people suggested Bruce Timm as the Kevin Feige for Warner Brothers. His work in the DC animated universe was fantastic. It all gelled together, but it also didn't sacrifice any of Superman to be more Batman or vice versa. For Man of Steel, the main creative teams seemed to be Chris Nolan, Zack Snyder, and David S. Goyer, except that Nolan was pretty much already done with superhero movies at the time, and for a Zack Snyder film to work, it really needs to have a killer screenplay in order to execute his more lofty ideas, and David S. Goyer just isn't that good. Then by the time Batman v Superman came around, Chris Terrio joins the team and Nolan pretty much does nothing. Then for Justice League, Goyer has gone, Affleck is a producer, and Jeff Johns shows up, and But to be fair, I'm glad that Johns and Affleck have been given more creative control. Zack Snyder needs the support of someone better than a producer who doesn't really care and a writer who is mediocre at best. Johns has proved himself as a comics writer. Affleck has proven himself as a producer, writer, and director, and he's really into comics. Going forward, it seems the DCEU is in much better hands, but this shaky start could have been avoided. Too reactionary. Another key of Marvel's success is its incredible confidence. These were the guys who took a C-list character and said, hey, we're going to make this movie with a character with little name recognition starring an actor who many consider to be washed up. And you know what? They fucking did do it. Then they rebooted a property that previously baffled the general public and bored fans half to death. Then they said, hey, let's make a movie about a space Viking. And in a post-9/11 world where the USA is increasingly criticised with its frankly futile Middle East wars bordering on blunders, do you have any idea the kind of balls it takes to release a movie titled Captain America? And not only that, all of these bizarre characters are going to cross over and fight aliens in New York. Most viewers would look at this and say, no way is this going to work. And that's exactly why the MCU has been so revolutionary and so adored by fans. But the DCEU, rather than listening to fans, almost seems terrified of offending them. What's that? Man of Steel wasn't the modern classic we were hoping for? Divisive? Underperforming? Quick, put Batman there! Everyone loves Batman! Wait, what's that? People think we're lagging behind Marvel? Quick, make BVS a Justice League prequel! What's that? The first BVS cut is 3 hours long? Quick, cut 30 minutes out so that major plot lines don't make any goddamn sense despite the fact that we gave this cut a standing ovation. What's that? Critics say that BVS was way too dark for a superhero movie? Quick, reshoot Suicide Squad so it's funnier and add weird pop music. Warner Brothers, DC, a word of advice. Have a creative vision, stick to that vision, and state it with confidence. Stop butchering your own movies because you're scared of what people will say. As I said, I still really like Man of Steel, and I love Batman v Superman's ultimate cut. Superman is my favourite superhero. Batman is an awesome character. I only recently discovered how great Wonder Woman is. Aquaman is an underrated badass. The Flash has limitless storytelling potential. And Cyborg... Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't know much about Cyborg, but my point is, everyone knows that the DCEU can be better than this. There have been flashes of brilliance. You only lack the light to show you the way. And because of this, your capacity for good, I will continue to buy tickets to your movies. Fingers crossed for Wonder Woman. Have a good one. See ya.